Hey everybody, Katie here. So I saw Jessica's post and I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys because I feel like we all have our different struggles. This week has been rough for us as well, and we have to grant ourselves some grace sometimes because there's no such thing as perfection. This process is hard to get into a new routine with things, not to mention school started back this week for those of us that have kids. Like, it is a totally new routine. Doesn't help when you're working and you're super busy and you have a bajillion things going on and young kids at home. So, my tip of the day is to grant yourself some grace, to know that nutrition is never going to be 100%. We're not bodybuilders. We are not in looking for bikini competitions. We are normal people that have daily struggles, that have cravings, that have crazy things like that. We are busy. We all work. Haley works, two different jobs and has gone basically all the waking hours of the day from sunup to sundown. But she's still fitting it in, and it's hard because you have to find a time that will best work for your schedule. Jessica has a new baby who is still little, and she's, crazy busy nursing and working and doing all these things. So I think the biggest thing is that you have to remember that you are human. You are normal. You are trying to get into a new schedule and a new routine with all of this, and it's totally possible, but you have to sit down and really break things out into time chunks where you feel like you'll be able to do it. So for me, of course, I have young kids too. I had to start doing it in the mornings because it was just way too crazy trying to do it in the evening, because when I get home, I was just dog tired. Like, I'm talking literally would start falling asleep on the sofa the minute the kids went to bed. So, you have to find a time that works for you. And mornings aren't for everyone. Mornings are for me, not because I like mornings. I hate mornings. Like, I am not a morning person whatsoever. I'm a night owl, but I just can't do it because I can't muster up the energy at night to do it. So mornings have worked. And when I started doing mornings, my youngest Paisley was really little. She was, how old was she? She was 4 months old when I first started, and I breastfed her until she was 10 months old. And it was tough. I'm talking hard. Like, she would literally wake up in the middle of my workout sometimes, and I would try to beat her to the punch and wake up before her. And I would have to push pause. I was doing T25. Thank God it was only 25 minutes because it usually took me about 50. And I would have to nurse her sometimes right in the middle of working out, sweaty and everything, because she would wake up and she would think that she needed to eat. So I just want everyone to know that we struggle, that what you see sometimes on the outside of people being well put together and having it all figured out is totally not the case, because we all struggle with different stuff. And for me, that's where I struggled a lot, was finding a time that I could work out and then finding a balance with all of it. In the beginning with the nutrition, I thought that I had to be perfect with it, and it meant, no cheats ever. And I quickly found out that I was really discouraged by that because it's just not realistic. Like, I love life, and part of life is being able to enjoy life's simple pleasures, right? And food is one of those. So you just have to find a balance with it and know that it's a treat, and kind of how Jessica was saying yesterday, it is a treat meal, not a whole treat day. Like, it's one cheat meal, and that's okay. And you have to learn to not beat yourself up over it. If you miss a workout, don't beat yourself up over it. Just know that you are going to come at the next day with a vengeance and totally kick butt. No, you can't do everything in one day. You can't have, 3 good days and 4 bad days. But at the same time, if you have 1 or 2 bad days where you fall off, then that's life. There was one day last week I just couldn't muster up the energy to work out. And so I waited. I just said, you know what? I'm not going to work out today. I'll work out tomorrow. Sunday is usually my rest day. But instead of taking a rest day, I was like, I'm going to make it up. I'll have the time tomorrow. It's weekend. I'll be home. So you have to find what works for you, and just know that there's no such thing as perfection. We all are going to have our struggles, and it's about finding a routine with it all. So for us, we are working on a new bedtime routine. My girls stayed up late all summer long. I was off of schedule all summer long, which kind of made me crazy, to be completely honest, because I'm so used to that structure. But it's felt good this week, but it's not perfect. My kids have gone to bed earlier, but they're complaining about it. They're getting up and down 5 times. I'm having to put them back to bed. But routine will happen over time, and if you are determined enough to make it happen and work towards it, I can promise you it will be easier. So you just have to find what works for you and just be patient with the process, because it will take a little bit of time to get hammered out. But don't get down. We totally got this, and together we're going to kick butt and we're going to reach everybody's goals. So just grant yourself a little grace and know that I love you guys and we're all human. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.